Welcome to Ubuntu Yoga. My name is Damien, and today I want to guide you through a yoga mobility series from Bihar School of Yoga called Pawanmuktasana, which is a great little practice of around 20 minutes if you don't have a lot of time, or if you don't have a lot of energy, or if you're injured. It's a very kind practice for the joints, especially helping relieve any tension that's living in the joint. So if you want to join me and get comfortable, if you sitting on the floor, if you need to, you could also sit on a cushion, a pillow. Yeah, let's start. So let's start gently. You can stretch your legs out in front of you. Place your hands behind you and use your arms to support your back, your neck, your head to be straight and tall. And then we're going to move each joint of the body. We'll start with the toes. So you can flex and extend your toes about 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Good. Now, go to the ankles. You're going to point your feet, flex your feet, point, flex. Try to move slowly and be kind of coordinated. Roughly about 10. Then separate your feet a little bit, and you're going to now make circles. You can go outward, and inward. Then you're going to assist the circles with your hands. Put one foot on your thigh and then thread your fingers in between your toes. So that way you really stretch the space in between your toes and trying to open as much as possible to ease out any possible tension that could be there. And then use your hands to mobilize your whole foot and make nice round circles. And again, about 10 in one direction and 10 in the other direction. And then release, switch side. Thread your fingers through. Try to go as deep as possible. Create as much space as you can between your toes. Then circle. And reverse. Then from there, we'll mobilize the knees. You can, let's start with the left leg. You can wrap your left arm under the left knee and then hook onto your right elbow, and with your right hand, hook on your left knee. So that way the leg is really stable and it's only the lower part of the limb that moves. And then from there, you're going to go flexion extension. Extend and flex. Again, about 10 times. Good. And then switch side. Right elbow on the right knee. Catch your left arm, hook on top. And you should feel stretching of your hamstring when you extend, and then contraction, flexing when you pull the leg back in. Roughly 10. Okay, good. Now catch the back of both legs, and then both legs at the same time. Extend, balancing on your sit bones and your tailbone. Try to move slowly with control, focusing on where you feel the sensations around your knees. Good. And then stretch the legs. Start again with your left arm and the left knee. Block your leg, and this time you're going to make circles. You could go from the outside in, big circles. Try to move only your foot. And then reverse, opposite direction. And notice sometimes our circles are a bit square or triangular. So you're trying to smooth it out in a nice elliptical round shape. Good. Release, and then do the same thing the other side. And reverse. And let go. Going back to the left side, we'll now start working on the hips. You can either bring your foot on the thigh. If you're comfortable, you can go into a half lotus. And then gently, you're going to press the knee down, release, press, release, press, release. If you're really comfortable and you have a lot of space, you can gently bounce it. Good. And then relax. And then switch side. For example, on this hip, I don't have as much space, so I'm just going to go press and release. Gentle. And back to center. Now you can bring your foot again on your thigh. Hold the knee with your hand, and with your hand, make as big circle as you can, which really is mobilizing the hip joint. Again, somewhere around 10, one direction. And switching 10 times in the other direction. Hi there. Looks like we have a new teacher who wants to help. Yeah? Indeed. Switching side. As you'll notice, Balinese cats are very expressive in vocals. By the way, I've never seen that cat before, so he must be in the movie. 10 times both directions. I know, it's hot, isn't it? Yeah. And then switching direction. And release, straighten your legs. Last part for the hips, you can bring the feet together and then gently bounce both knees. Activating the muscles as you're stretching them. And come back. From this position, we're going to switch to all four. You can bring knees on the floor, hands under your shoulders. And here, we'll make big circle with the knees from that position. So you're going to go forward, out, up, and back. And about 5 to 8 circles in this side, in this direction. It's a bit more challenging. And then reverse. The other side. And reverse. And release. Here, you can sit back on your heels as much as you're comfortable and shift your weight back, roll your knees from one side to the other. It's actually quite a nice massage of your meniscus. Of course, provided that you don't feel any pinch, any pain, any compression. You're really comfortable, you can roll without the support of your hands on the floor. Okay, and then from there, back on all four. Now we'll mobilize the spine. Different areas, different segments. Starting with your tailbone at the bottom end of your hips. Imagine you make 5 circles in each direction with your tail, as if you had a pen and you're drawing circles in the wall behind you. And then you can reverse. You might notice one direction is a bit easier, more comfortable than the other. That's quite normal. We all have preferences. And then from this, keep doing the circle, but now more from your navel, your belly button. Targeting the lumbar spine. And reverse. And then keep going, but now from the level of your heart. Targeting the thoracic spine, including your shoulders. So that might feel a bit strange, and it might take a little bit of practice to get it. You're also not just moving and stretching, you're practicing coordination and reverse. And last part of your spine, your neck. So you could start with, on this all four position, saying yes for maybe 8 to 10 times. And extension of the cervical spine, flexion. And then you can also practice setting boundaries, saying no. If this is too intense in this position, you could also do it sitting. And then a few maybes. And you can round it up with a few circles. Slowly. and switching. Good. And for the last part, the upper limb, you can either sit back on your heels or in the first position with your legs crossed or feet in front, whatever is comfortable. You're going to open your fingers and close them for about 50 times. Try to add a little bit of speed, challenging the muscles in your forearms, as if your hands were flashlights that you're switching on, off, on, off, on, off. And when you start to feel the burn, do a few more. And then you're going to take your thumbs, place them inside, wrap your other fingers around as fist, and circle your wrist 10 times, one direction and the other direction. Then hands in front, flex, extend, flex. Trying to not bend at your palm or your fingers, just the wrist. Go back into that thumb in flex position, turn your fist facing upward, and then go touch your shoulders, keep your wrist in that flex position. As you extend, you're going to feel a stretch in the extensors part of your forearms. 10 times. Then you can reverse. Extend. Try to touch your shoulders with your fingertips. Flex. Extend. And now you're going to challenge the tension in the flexor side of your forearms on this side. Good. And then you can bring your fingers, your hands on your shoulders, and then from there, try to make circles with your elbows. Nice and slow. See if you could touch the elbows together in front. If one of you manages to touch the elbows in the back, send me a video. Yeah, I definitely want to see that, because it's probably quite impossible. But you never know. And then reverse. Good. And we'll go back to head and neck movements, but this time we add a component for the eyes. Your eyes and the tension you have around the eyes plays a huge role in your balance, in your strength, and also in your flexibility. So exploring the coordination of your eyes helps your eyes, but also your whole yoga practice. So extend your index finger in front of you, and then move your head up and down as in saying yes, but this time track the tip of your finger with your eyes, meaning your eyes don't move to the reference point. And then a few times horizontal, keep tracking, and then you can go slowly. This is part of the art of drishti also. And then from there you can make circle, keep looking, locking your eyes on your index finger, and then switch direction. Good. And then gently you can bring the finger close, zoom in on it, and then slowly extend it out. Very gently closer and extend. One more time. Good. And then last but not least, to finish, you can find a comfortable sitting. And you can take a few very, very slow breaths, almost like you're breathing secretly. Relaxing your face, your palms, soles of your feet. Tuning into quality of your breathing. Feeling of the air as it comes in, maybe a little bit warmer as it goes out. Noticing the effect of your Pawanmuktasana practice on your joints, your body, your system, your mind. Thank you. Have a great day and see you very soon for part 2, how to keep a healthy digestive system.